Welcome to the temple. In celebration of the free 5-day Magdalene Priestess Immersion that I am gifting to anyone who feels called to do it, I want to talk about the priestess, the title priestess, living as a priestess, and how I believe that that is every woman's divine birthright. If you feel that call to be a priestess, that is your divine birthright. The fact that being able to claim that title in a very practical way in our lives and within society, the fact that that was stolen from us has really been coming through to me a lot lately. We know that our ancient ancestors, they had their temples to the goddess where worshipping the goddess was commonplace, and those temples had their priestesses where people could go to receive spiritual guidance, to receive blessings, to receive healing from a priestess. And for women to be able to embody that role, for those women who felt that running through them, that was their calling, it wasn't an obscure thing that they had to search the depth of Google to try and find. It was just accepted in society that women could be priestesses, women could be spiritual guiders. Whereas today we know that, usually if you want to go somewhere for a blessing or get spiritual guidance, the mainstream accepted way to do that is through the church, through a priest. And we do have nuns, but we don't really see them that much. And nuns are not the same as priestesses. And I don't know if you feel like me where you have in the past looked up, what's it like being a nun? How do you become a nun? What do they believe? Because you have felt that call to spirituality, and you know that you are meant to serve in that way in this lifetime on the earth, but you just couldn't find a channel for that because it's not something we grow up being told that we can do. We know that when Mary Magdalene was walking the earth and spreading the teachings of love, we know that women in that early time before the Roman Empire, we know that women did still at that point have roles as spiritual leaders within society. We know that that was accepted. But the Roman Empire, that was very hierarchical, very patriarchal, the Roman Empire swelled and engulfed so much of the planet with their ideas that when they met with this message of unity, inclusion, and love that was being taught not just by men but by women as well, empowering women, that hierarchical, patriarchal structure of the Roman Empire really didn't like that. And so they stripped that away in the various councils that they had where they decided what Christianity was going to be, what religion was going to be, what spirituality was going to be. Because we know eventually that, the Roman Empire, the Catholic Church, had their crusades and they absolutely devastated the indigenous spiritualities of many, many countries. And we ended up with this masculine-only spirituality that wasn't about spirituality at all. It was about control. And the divine feminine was killed. She was removed. She was suffocated. She was oppressed. She was chained up. And she was kept from us. And as women, we were denied that divine birthright that is ours to claim as priestesses, as spiritual leaders, teachers, guides, if we feel that call. Being a priestess, if you feel it, it's inherent within you, and you don't have to look a certain way, dress a certain way, pay a certain amount of money to be a priestess. I know that today, in the age of social media, the word priestess has a certain aesthetic to it that it can be that. It 100% can be that if that is how the priestess is expressed through an individual. But it does not have to look like that. A priestess can have baby spit on her shoulder because that's life. A priestess can have a pile of washing in the corner because she's busy doing life stuff. A priestess looks like you. It looks like your life. And if you feel that call of the priestess, that is something that is within. Priestessing is deep inner work for a lot of it. It's about doing the work on ourselves, cleansing, healing, and reawakening that innate love that we have in ourselves, that love and that grace, that ability to walk through life with love. And that's really where we start, especially as priestesses of the Magdalene. And when we start doing that inner work, then we do sometimes find that outwardly maybe we radiate a little bit more happiness, more joy, and it kind of changes the outward a little bit. But again, still, you don't have to dress a certain way or pay a certain amount of money to be a priestess. And as you journey on your priestess path, there's nothing wrong with choosing to invest in yourself financially through books, courses, pilgrimages. Lots of us do that. But initially, you know, to make that connection with the priestess path, it's an inward journey that starts with you. The priestess path is going to look different for everyone. And the beauty of that is that it's a feminine way and you get to follow that path intuitively and in your own time. There's no certification at the end. There's no finish line either with being a priestess, because it's a constant cyclical spiral-like journey, because life itself is initiating us over and over and over again with the experiences we go through and how we learn to meet those experiences and alchemize those experiences as well. So if you feel that call of the priestess, you are priestess. This is your divine birthright to reclaim that title. It's for all women who feel that call to reclaim our divine inheritance, our human inheritance that was taken from us, but it is for all of us to claim that. And if you feel intrigued to check out the free 5-day Magdalene Priestess Immersion that I'm offering, the details will be in the description of this video and in a pinned link. We look at Mary Magdalene as a historical figure. We work with her and the medicine of the rose. We work with the sacred number 7, going deep into ourselves spiritually. We work with the symbolism of the Grail. It's quite a lot, and I do recommend allowing yourself more than 5 days to do this. And it's online and self-paced, so you can take it at your own pace. And I hope that you accept that gift from my heart to yours. Thank you for being with me today, priestess. Many blessings.